Hello everybody, welcome to Super Metroid any% DPRK, DPRK, or more commonly known as North Korea percent in the extended leaderboard categories. In this particular route, as the letter suggests, they will fight Dragon first, then Phantom, then Ridley, and then Parade. So, you will see some all-round action, then a lot of suitless Malaysia actions as we go through in this round. Both of them will use a little different route. I know Al will go take X-ray, while Toasty won't go take X-ray. So we're just waiting for our runner to be ready now.
Yes, we are. Alright, countdown has started.
So since our runner being ready, this category is a little unique, and they are now being ready. They are runnings, and they're on a service station. Nothing much exceptional. So while they are there, this category is a little unique since it's a little like our bio, but it is not entirely like it's since you won't fight really without any suit to protect yourself against heat. But you won't have a gravity suit for the entirety of Malaysia. To be fast, you want to go into North Air of the Korean Air to have grapple beams. So you have some unique items in some places that you normally don't get, like space junk in the wreckage ship in some place, especially in the Etsy, which let you have to do some unique strat that you normally see only in the randomizer, which is pretty cool to see in this category.
I will say Suitless Viridia is not one of my favorite things to do, but it is very cool once it's done.
Oh yes, well. I love Suitless Malaysia, but if you're not used to Suitless Malaysia, you're not comfortable with it, you might hate it, but once you're comfortable with it, it's something that you learn to love.
Definitely.
So as you can see, our runners take the damage on release at the service station to be able to escape fastly. And both of them have a very high fully force service escape timer, which is still pretty good for a rest for a round, and still very good for a rest setting since they can't really reset. So kudos to them having a very decent times.
Not bad at all.
So they will be entering the planet Zebes, where all the big action you will see. But one practical thing you will see is that when they will go into the green shaft, if I remember, they won't kill the green pirate at all, since they don't need kill them, since they will only have to run through them and take acceleration, since they will have a lot of energy tanks and other things in the ways, if I remember correctly.
Is the Blue Star energy tank picked up right away?
The Blue no, I don't think the Blue Star is taken right away. Very early Retro Star energy tank is only taken by Zenny in this attempts. It's a triple frame perfect and tricks with 50% chance to succeed because the collision oscillator.
That's so just Zenny.
Yeah, that's oh yeah, that's Zenny things to do.
Alright.
So at the same time, shout out to Shani Zenny, the wall breaker for RBO. A very, very great guy. You should follow that guy.
And now we have the Morph Ball. Oh boy.
A very useful items.
Quite useful.
So now they will go take the first missiles, and since it's not like a randomizer, they will have to go away, so they won't take any more items in the Return Star, since it will be mostly a waste of time, unless they're good enough, like Chinese, they need to try to take the Return Star E-tanks.
Oh, let's see. And doesn't look like it.
Yeah. So since it will go up, let's see who will do the traditional wall jump climb, or and who will do the just defend climb. The just defend climb being the less grab climb in the room name the climb. Both having pretty good all-mother range roof. And Toasty going
Toasty?
back. He's going indeed for the retro brainstar E-tanks.
Huh. That's an interesting
But he wants to do the deboost methods right away instead of going around. Because I don't think Toasty will do the moon dance to get early power bombs in this route. So already we have a route divergence here, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't believe it. A route divergence 5 minutes into the run.
Yeah.
In Super Metroid.
Yeah. And first try on Toasty, getting that E-tanks. Very well done. Nice
work.
And at the same time, taking those missile tanks is they are in the same rooms. It's not really a waste of times. Now Kenston is inside Bomb Torizo rooms.
Oh, almost got that Bomb Torizo skip. So close.
Yeah, if he was better, he could have get it like that task guys. That task guy is such a good guy.
How will we know who's ahead? The routes will converge eventually. It's just a matter of time.
We can see for now which is ahead, which is behind now.
Yeah.
I mean, little difficulty with his BD fight. Still finish him up pretty decently. And we see that Toasty is doing the just defense line, while if I remember, Al did the wall jump line. Now Al is inside the room Terminators. The reason why it is named Terminator is because you'll be back. And you're shooting, normally you're shooting like a madman throughout this room, as if you were a Terminator shooting everything. To say start being in the bomb zone, and Al's going up Terminators after taking the E-tanks there. Again, route divergence there, because he's not taking the normal routes. He will be going to Gauntlet. I hope Frega is here to see this. He's really one great lovers of Gauntlet. So shout out to Frega right here. And also taking a safety save.
Oh, thank goodness, a safety save. Whew.
Yeah, Gauntlet can be a very dangerous place with only one E-tanks in the suit. And without power bombs also.
Definitely.
Now Toasty is in Terminator, as you can see, is shooting all his way through inside. Like a real Terminator. So with 2 tanks, he won't have too much problems to continue his way up to Red Towers.
So yeah, it looks like Toasty opted to get the Retro Brinstar energy tank, while Owl is deciding to grab the Gauntlet energy tank. At least at the start of the run.
Indeed. Since normally you won't need that much energy tank after taking Speed Booster. So taking it very early for those L rounds in Norfair will be very useful, since the first L round Norfair is still a pretty hard L rounds to do. Toasty nearing the mug balls into early supers. Going already to Norfair, not Norfair, but Brinstar Reserve. Normally you see people like in Undo taking the super missile because they don't have the missile to open that door. It's faster if you can open that door right now with 5 missiles than taking those super missiles, as Toasty just demonstrated.
Oh man, Owl making quick work of Gauntlet. This
True.
really is a tough room.
And you should demonstrating as how easy of a room it is when it is not an easy rooms. So I'll really showing some great skill right there. Toasty is inside Big Pink. So I'm asking if he... Oh, you do indeed take a Spore Spawn Super Size going by the backside. So, first try, really well done, Toasty. While taking both Gauntlet missiles.
What's Spore Spawn?
Spore Spawn is a mini boss that we don't see. It is an ancient evil that it is sealed in its own place that we never really see unless you're doing true completion, meme completions, or all mini boss are TA. So that ancient evils you will practically never see it.
That sounds pretty evil. I don't know.
That's why we let that evil in his tomb.
And now we have Owl entering Brinstar in order to get his reserve and other supers.
And Toasty is just taking his charge meme.
So a lot of the early game seems to just be entirely collection, all prep for the Suitless Meridia that's gonna happen.
Yep, for the Suitless Meridia, and also the little elements they will need to do in warfare, since they will need some energy to be able to survive it.
And for those who are wondering, any percent DPRK is the order you complete the bosses in: Dragon, Phantoon, Ridley, Kraid. Also, it's the acronym for the official name of North Korea, so it's a meme.
Oh, and Toasty going up red towers, going to take those power bombs. So, will he go after that back into Brinstar to go into Itakuns to be able to take that power bombs is there, super missile and energy tanks, and oh those repairs, since they're out of sync, they're running Toasty very hardcore.
Ooh.
And I'll also opting to go through a backdoor for the super missile here.
Nice work.
So I'll opting before taking that super missile to farm Elitos. Maybe you want to be full missiles and full elf before taking this super pack, which is still a good place to farm elf, since there are 3 Zeb spawner.
Mm-hmm.
Now to saving is power bomb pack.
He's able to just chill him entirely in Norfair.
Oh, and going for the better power bomb pack.
Huh.
Very interesting. And laying that power bomb very early. And then laying a second power bomb is probably a mistake.
I think it was to kill the extra side hoppers.
Probably.
Because a power bomb that far over wouldn't double hit that.
That's true. Now Canadian Owl is taking his charge beams. And Toasty now going down red towers. I mean, it's 2 power bomb packs you need. Since in this round you will need 3 power bombs pack minimum to be able to crystal flash for the dragons. Unless you're going to take X-ray, and you know how to do grapple escape. If you don't do grapple escape, take X-ray. You still need those 3 power bombs back. Oh, and Canadian also opting to go up red towers.
That seems to be the play.
Yep. So far now, I think the route has pretty much merged.
Oh no, the plants. Oh no, the double plants.
Getting eaten 2 times, that's such a time loss there. Really unfortunate. And now Toasty going to take both the E-Tanks here and item boots. And I think he will go take Speed Booster before you're going to take an Ice Beam. Normally if you go take Ice Beam, you want to go take it before you're going to item boot to get the energy tank as a refills. Since Ice Beam, to go there, there's also L round to go take it and to return to business centers, which is the room before this room. So having the E-Tanks there after taking Ice Beam, it's pretty good for having a nice refills. Though still opting to farm all those Nova. Not complaining, I think he wants to have a good amount of health in his reserve.
Yeah, definitely. Health conservation is key in Norfair without Various Suit.
Yep, indeed. And doing a little safety save. I do not really complain at all because that L run to Bubble Mountains, it's still a very hard L runs. All the other L runs are pretty easy, but that one is one of the hardest L run in the games, since there are a lot of platforming to do. Yes, as you can see, he's looking at his health. He's finding he do not have enough health in his states for the L run, which will let CanadianOwl the ability to catch up some of the time loss.
Oh man, he's going for it now.
Yeah, going for it. Oh, and CanadianOwl going to take a Spazer.
Huh.
It is a really good beam to take if you to navigate throughout all of Norfair and to the Suitless Meridian. I think it is mainly for a safety reason he's taking a Spazer. I really do not complain about that. It is a really wise choice, I find.
And a really great hell run from Toasty right there.
So, another safety save, which is pretty wise after that first L run, since you do not want to redo it. Now with the LTS, you will be able to farm pretty much easily all those farm bugs above. Won't lose health without enough to be in danger.
Owl deciding to go grab Ice Beam.
Yep.
Ready.
Like I said, if you want to take an Ice Beam, you go take it before going to item boot for the item boots E-Tanks for the refills. Now doing a lot of unpumping. This section where Toasty is, unpumping is very important because it can save you a lot of health. And each time you successfully unpump, Samus is being pushed 1 pixel forward, so it can be very helpful to conserve health with all those arm pumps. And you can see on the Toasty side that he did get some of the glitch, which we call skatings, which you move. Sometimes it happens that you will stay on the same positions, and you can even lose the blue suit, because since the games expect you to have at least some form of heat protection, they do not expect you to take heat damage at the same time that you are in the blue suit. So if the game is in one of the frames that it detects for the dash value. At the same time, you're taking 8 damage, and Samus will cry for being hurt. You lose the blue suit, but you keep the speed. But you can't hurt any enemies because you no longer have a blue suit.
Alright, now Owl about to go do his hell run over to Bubble Mountain.
Toasty having his wave beams, which will be very useful throughout this run. And we'll let him go Secret Hammer without having to do a gate glitch, which is pretty useful. So I'll go into his menu to remove Ice Beam, which is still a good choice because Ice Beam, the notorious effect of Ice Beam is that you can't kill enemies unless they are already frozen. So the last hit must be when they are frozen to kill them. And while they are frozen, the enemies are like a brick wall. So it can be very helpful to remove Ice Beam.
Alright, Toasty now going to head down towards Crocomire. Oh boy, my favorite.
Oh yeah, Crocomire being one of the favorites, so if you can, drop out those Croxy emotes. And I'll giving a little safety save here before going to do the Speed Booster L run. And Toasty taking the not all refills, which is not blame because the LFDS I don't think you have enough to survive the L round up to Crocomire. Canadian all doing some farming Bubble Mountains before attending the L round. And here an infamous Crocomire, so please take out the Roxy for Toasty.
There we go. Toasty has another energy tank.
All having a little bad luck with his drop. The enemy is always dropping his small elf, it seems. And also we see Kings and Alvin does little skating and losing blue suit because of that glitch I mentioned earlier. It's always fun to see that glitch, always. And now, Toasty have his grapple beams, so he's ready to go directly into Meridia now, since he has everything he needs to do suitless Meridia and escape it.
Alright, what's next?
And a little safety thing from Toasty. I was just taking his wave beams. So we now have the neural beam combo, which is ice wave spacer. Oh, and taking some spike damage here. At least you have a full reserve.
Mm-hmm.
And reserve triggerings, which was enough to make him survive, at least.
That's pretty spooky health, though.
Oh yeah.
Everything's giving him missiles as well.
So now I would be in this turn going to see Crocomire. But with this elf, you will need to either farm a lot of health or farm enough to survive up to Nutella refills, which I think would be faster to take Nutella refills in average. Or, since he seems to be very lucky in his elf draft now, so what's the good decision to do? And now Toasty going to take his Ice Beam. Very important. I forgot he didn't take it earlier. Normally you go take a Ice Beam way earlier when you have to do a lot of L runs. So now it's time to get your courtesy for CanadianOwl, since he's going to see our beloved Crocomire.
Oh, ice escape?
And
Nice.
nice, very well done from Toasty Muffins here. Farming a little help before going to Marisia, which is pretty understandable since the enemy it's like a truck. Marisia, especially suitless. So now we will already begin to see some suitless Marisia actions, which is one of the best actions I find.
Ooh, almost. CanadianOwl with the goop spark.
I was trying always to shoot some swag strat. Very nice test play action from Toasty so far. Doing very great actions there. Freezing all the enemies, getting all the tricks at first right, which is still pretty hard to do since the position of those enemies need to be correct, especially those fish. If they're not in the right positions, you can't really get on dents.
Alright. Yeah, Owl now getting his gravity suit with his timer. Square root of 8. So he's at 2 minutes. Oh man, this might be world record pace. Wait, I am awesome at math. Holy moly, please ignore what I just said. Man, I was thinking cubed root.
I really love Al's timers.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
If I remember, it's a timer is made by Punk. So shout out to Punk, one a very
still-
excellent RB runners, by the way.
I still have yet to implement it on myself. Oh boy, snail climb?
Yeah,
Ooh,
Toasty,
snail
I
climb.
don't know why, but it seemed to not like to do the grapple jump in Aqueduct. He can do it, but he really loves to do the snail climb.
I hate the snails. Why do they exist?
It's just to ruin our life.
Yeah. Alright, and we have the ice clip, or one of the ice clips coming up.
And one of the easiest ice clip. The Metroid ice clip. And with this Alpha Spark, very well done. Going to take Slaughter's refill. So shout out to my boys Slaughters. The reason why this refill is named Slaughter is because Slaughter is also an RBO runner, but he is a really great RBO runner, but he always mismanages his health when he go into Red Tower. So instead of farming health, he go in this energy refill station and use it every RBO round.
Ooh, Toasty better be a little bit careful here. He doesn't have too much more health. Oh wait, you know what would have helped him in this situation?
No, what?
Spazer.
Yeah, true. Spazer would be really helpful. Will deal the equivalent damage of a super size when charged. But he's alright since butt wounds now in the amount of health that he no longer can do his spit phase. And in the corner, yes, he will never be hurt by butt wounds.
Alright, the time is EO43. Owl's exiting X-ray room.
Now taking the butt wounds energy tank as a refills, which will be very useful for all the way up to dragons. Since you move slowly, the Metroid can have a chance to hurt you and to deal a lot of damage. So I mean that E-tanks will be pretty useful, especially after when you will do the Crystal Flash, which will heal you fully heal. So the grapple escape will be much more easier with more else, since you need to do it with one of the broken turret, and since it is electricity, it will hurt you. And just using the Metroid to climb the pre-alpha rooms, really well done. Oh, and our bunking while trying to get the gravity jump out of the Merizia tube. It was a really good setup he had.
Almost. Oh no. This room.
Oh yeah. This room is pretty dangerous in Coliseum, since normally even if you fall too much in the sense, not that dangerous, you can still escape, but in Coliseum the sense some spike, and as much as you're taking damage, you will still be in the bottoms of the sense, so it's very dangerous. And taking a safety save before Dragon Fight, which is very useful, since it is a very dangerous fight. And letting the Metroid arming Toasty up.
That was a little close.
Oh yeah, I was a little afraid. farming a little health on the Metroids. I think you want some health for in case the turret touch him, because the turret, if I remember, deal 45 points of damage suitless.
He needs that extra super, doesn't he?
Oh yes, true. Also, you need an extra supers to be able to Crystal Flash. And you see it. No Toasty. Oh, you will need to farm a lot in this fight now. And Dragon's Q has a very low chance of grabbing a super missiles. And he just realized that, and resetting instead of farming a long time, it will be very much faster. So it's better to farm the Metroids, way much safer. So since he then opens the green door, you need to open it with the super missiles. Since the only way to open it, and then farms one super. So now he might need to farm for a very long time, because the Metroid also have a low chance to drop a super missiles. So that mistake he did, it's what Al needs to be able to catch up. And I'll opting to take Crab Supers, which is a really good choice, since you will now have 5 extra super missiles.
That is a very good choice right there. You won't have to do what Toasty just did.
Exactly. Removing high jump boots to make sure that little jump here is way easier.
Oh boy, here comes Dragon.
So I can see Toasty is arming himself, because he needs to be at the range of 50 health and lower and no reserve to be able to Crystal Flash. But also you will need to Crystal Flash and need Dragon to interrupt the Crystal Flash. So you need Crystal Flash during a coup patterns. Just like that. And
there
very well done. So now, 2 things you can do with Dragon's Killer is either you use Grapple Beams to arm her enough to then kill her with a Shine Spur to get a blue suit, or you let Dragons interrupt your Shine Spur to get the blue suit and at the same time killing her with Grapple Beams, just as Toasty did. Very well done. But there's a little funny thing, since you can't use Speed Booster and you can dash, instead of seeing a blue suit, you see multiple yellow Samus, because you need Gravity Suit to be able to use your blue suit, at least underwater. So I'm taking Space Jump, which is a very useful item when you are suitless. Speed up everything a lot, and it lets you do something that is named Overs. You can Overs on the water and then wall jump outside of water pretty much easily. It's very useful. And nicely done, Toasty, getting the grapple jump first, right? I will be able to use that blue suit that you see him get from Dragons, get out of Precious Room. Since in NTSC, the only way to get out is either with X-Ray, Scream Balls, to get a Scream Ball jump with High Jump Boot, of course, or using a blue suit or a flash suit. It's the only way to get out of that rooms, at least in NTSC. In PAL, since the physics is a little different, you can get out with High Jump Boots only.
Alright. Owl heading in now into Batroon on his way to Dragon. And now that Toasty's out, he's going to be on his way to Plasma.
Yep. Now, as you can see, because of Space Jump, as you can see, he did what we call overring over waters, which has let him be able to wall jump onto the jump, so he was able to get outside of the waters and be able to continue to use Space Jump. Space Jump is really useful in when you're doing Suitless Meridian. Just say King of Kimchi, the main reason why CanadianOwl is behind is because he take a detour to take X-Ray. It's a huge waste of time, but let him be able to finish the runs. Not yet. It's not yet normal. It's still similar to RBO Suitless. Once they will be inside of Wreckshit, it will be a pretty much normal runs. Like approximately like the hybrid routes, 80%.
Yes, Toasty did end up skipping Gauntlet entirely.
Well, Toasty, I mean, is Plasma Beams, one of the best weapons in these games. I will say it's the second best weapon since Wave Beam is the most useful beams in this game. And then Plasma being very OP is the second best beam. Oh, what was the favorite mechanism? Oh, one that you can do when you're near the sense that you do a turnaround animations, which is an uninterruptible animation, can make you go through the sense as if you were not touching it. So I was very afraid for him that he will quick falls into the sense, but it didn't. And now taking 4 highways for Toasty. The only other times you will see this either in meme completions, through completion, or RBO. And I know Owls would be angry against me since I'm saying meme completion instead of Mac completions. He really loved that category, but he really hate when we say meme completions.
There we go. Owl making his way over, and what is that room's name again?
Colosseum.
That's right, Colosseum. Oh,
watch out, Toasty, and those crap deal a lot of damage, 120 points of damage. And using missile to weapon the safe rooms, since he wanted to become super missiles. As you can see, he can use super missile on both of them since he did take crab supers. I think taking crab supers is a better idea than trying to farm one super missile on a mug droid. You eliminate any RNG you need, which is safe in average times, but optimally will lose time because it is pretty much slower if you get very good RNG with the drops. Before resetting, I think it's a really wisest choice. So now I will hurt the dragons. Sometimes it happens when you get gooped by dragons, especially on the left to the right, she won't take you and grab you, which is very unfortunate. I really hate when she goops from the left to the right. And he seems to not do the crystal flash for dragons.
does he have enough energy? He does.
Yes, he does. He did kill the dragon, so I think he will hurt himself do a crystal flash. And he just killed himself. I think he forgot to do the crystal flash to get a flash suit for exiting the dragon's room.
Yes, he did.
So I don't think you know how to do the grapple escape.
Oh, I think he meant to lower his health enough, maybe.
Probably.
Who knows? Toasty? typed in chat? Oh no.
Hey, Toasty, tell me you didn't die. Phantom can still be very dangerous with only power suit since he did 14 point of damage each. And did kill Phantom.
Nice.
So that's why he was typing in chat. He had the times waiting for Phantom's death
I see.
animations.
Whew.
Now only 2 boss remaining for Toasty. While I'll still have dragons to kill. No longer need to take any super missiles or anything else. Oh, alright. So I was thinking, opting to skip Gravity Suit. The other option could be to take Varia Suit instead of Gravity Suit, and doing a lava dive instead of doing of using Gravity and Space Jump,
But
which is another viable option with this route.
is it though? You need to kill Kraid.
Oh, true. You need it. True.
So,
You have
and
to take
that's kind of outside the category's limits.
Yeah, that is outside the category's limits. I was mistaking with another kind of route. Now I'll kill the dragons. We'll go take his space jump. So since you know how to do a grapple jump out of dragons, I'm surprised why you don't go for the normal kills for dragons to get the blue suit and all, and skipping entirely the X-ray climb.
Oh, I think I know why he killed himself though. Oh no. Because he wouldn't have had enough health to do the grapple jump.
He could have enough health with a crystal flash. So he has another try to get it. So if he failed this time, he will need to use a crystal flash to be able to continue. Now Toasty getting his gravity suit. Too far to the right to be able to get a grapple jump. Ah, come on, CanadianOwl, you can do it.
Owl.
Type in chat. Oops. Please, Owl. Please say that you did get it.
Oh no.
Please be that. Oops, be just a debated things.
Oh no.
Oh no, yeah, that oops was a oops.
Oops.
Very unfortunate from CanadianOwl. Did get the grapple jump first try, but since he should grapple things, he stopped his upward momentum with grapples, which made him fail it and fall all the way to the bottoms of the dragon's room. Now he's returning into Norfair, which he will go into Lower Norfair to kill his third boss, Aridity.
Ooh, owl.
I think he's going to try for the
Crystal Flash.
Crystal Flash kills.
Oh no. Come on.
Nice.
Very
Again,
nice.
was able to so it will go for the grapple kills and use that flash suit to escape Dragon's Room, I presume. Yep, since he didn't get the blue suit, he will use it to escape the Precious Room, not Precious Room, but the Dragon's Room, and use X-ray to escape Precious Room. As you can see, CanadianOwl is vigorously holding angle aim downs. With angle aim downs, you can't activate a Shine Spark, since a Crystal Flash that is integral gives you a free Flash suit, which is an indefinitely store Shine Spark. So as soon as you hold angle aim downs, you won't activate your Shine Spark.
There we go. Alright, now we get to see the wonderful X-ray climbing.
Well, Toasty is already in Lower Warfare. He is traverse the war zone in the games, and now he is into amphitheaters, with Spatial making quick ways into those rooms. And Al did get his positioning for the X-ray climbs, now X-ray climb beams. Also, yes, we have seen him remove a Morph Ball. The reason for that is that if you're in the walls and you do X-ray climbs, you need to crouch to force X-ray to stand you up to continue to climb. But if you, since normally you can see Samus, you know to not be in a Morph Ball, to not be soft lock. But since the scroll do not go with you, you won't see Samus from times to times, and there's like the danger of being in a Morph Ball. So you remove it in case you do a wrong down input, since you do not see if you did all the inputs correctly.
Just about there.
So now with his beam combo, Toasty will have a pretty easy fight against Ridley. With his suit reducing 75% of all damage, and his beam combo needing only 20 sharp shots to kill Ridley, would be a very easy fight. I'll be outside of the Precious Stream house.
There we go.
Now the hard part for him is done. And to see killing is a third boss. Now only have to eat one of the SS boss to beat before Mother Rings, which we can't really consider create a boss how easy he is. So CanadianOwl is now going to get his own plasma being at his turns, and then taking the Forgotten Highways up to wreck ship. While Toasty is now exiting the lower warfare, going into lower warfare escape, passing through those 3 plebs hunters.
Yep, now that all of the suitless Meridia shenanigans is over, this run is quite just like over at 90%.
Yeah, exactly.
Except they have to go kill Kraid on the way up instead of just finishing the game.
True.
Toasty does need to pick up at least 1 more energy tank though.
No, he is alright with the energy F, but he can't use his reserve when he will be at Mother Brains. Without various suit, you need 600 energy to survive Mother Brains, and a minimum of 2 energy tanks without various suit if you want to survive the Rainbow Beams. If you have various suit, it's a minimum of 300 energy tank. Mortar Say is a minimum of 301 with Varia and a minimum of 601 without Varia. With a minimum of 2 energy tank without Varia and a minimum of 1 energy tank with Varia. It is imperative to have those amount of energy tanks. The other form of energy must be either energy tanks or in reserve. Without Varia, I'm not sure if it must be a minimum 2 energy tanks. Maybe it's 3. I'm no longer sure about that. But with Varia, I'm sure 100% that you need a minimum of 1 energy tanks. So Toasty is already in energy to survive the Mother Brains fight in terms of maximum energy, but can't really take much hit.
For marathon safety, he picks up Crady tank. But
I hope you do that for my marathon safety.
And here we go, off to Kraid.
So now, CanadianOwl is now in his turn in the Forgotten Highways, and while Toasty is inside the Kraid's rooms, preparing himself for the quick kill. Nearly the quick kills. Well done there, Toasty. Now let's hope that Toasty will go take that energy tanks for marathon safety. Nope, not even taking the great E-tanks. So he is going all out.
Well then.
Kudos to Toasty to going all out in this race.
Let's just hope he doesn't die. That'd be a shame.
Captain Duck, he can get hurt by Mother Brains, but not a lot. It's pretty much like if he had only 3 E-tanks in the standard 80% runs, which you can still get it, but you can't be below a certain threshold, which that threshold is pretty close with the energy he has.
I don't think he's gonna go for Gauntlet simply because if he wanted an extra energy tank, he would have just gone for Kraid.
True. That's very true.
Nice fan tune by Owl.
Not only I have 2 buzz down for him. He might have forgotten to use X-ray to microwave and tunes.
Maybe.
That's why he didn't use it. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm wondering what CanadianOwl is doing right now.
I'm not sure.
Can he earn that much by the atomic? Voluntarily also?
Maybe going for a crystal flash?
I don't know.
I would say maybe he's a madman and going for bowling skip, but he doesn't have anything in his reserves.
Oh yes, of course he's going for a bowling skip.
Wait, no, he's going. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
That's why he was hurting, and that's why he took a save, because with bowling skip the things with that.
No, he's not gonna go for bowling skip. He's gonna go for the grapple.
No, he is going for the bowling skip.
Oh yeah, that I meant the
the reason why he put a save, because you can't soft lock while doing that skip.
Yeah.
CanadianOwl is a really madman. Normally you see that the bowling skip in a GT called max percent as the optimal route.
Oh.
And I think he's too far to the right. If we see Samus right on the left when he will do the X-ray climb, then he is at the right 8.
Wait, he turned off
the
high
right.
jump boots.
Oh no, he's too far to the right. He's just soft lock himself.
Yeah.
And he know it. Toasty finishing is 4 Metroid rooms.
39, not bad.
Having a very good amount of missiles and super missiles. Oh, getting hurt 2 times there.
Alright, looks like Toasty will not be going for a Metroid skip.
Yes, Kolshish, the bowling skip do save time if you get it first try. But you need to get it first try to save times. You can still save time if you take a second try, but at the amount of try Owls is taking, you would have been faster for him to choose to take bowlings. Because I know he did install it in his route for a GTCL max percent recently, so he might not be as used to do it as the others runners, especially Susraim, the world record holder for GTCL max percent. Oh, and getting really good at this a little spread of Samus being
I think that's good.
So he is really good now.
He's turning off high jump boots.
Don't know why he's turning high jump boots off. Yeah, we see the arm cannon Samus, so he's not soft locking when he will get that door transition. Because if you're too far to the right, you go out of bounds after taking that. If I think you go out of bounds
I think he realized he turned off high jump boots, and he just
instead of morph. Really sad.
Almost.
You should just go for the boating instead. Now Toasty is the Mother Brains fight. Very easy fight, it's literally the same as all route. But the thing is that since he do not have various suit, he cannot take too much damage. Ooh, that catch-up hit was pretty fast. So good job for him evading it. So now Mother Brain is finished. He will take 600 damage from removing since he do not have various suit. Since Gravity Suit do everything Varia do except protecting you against Mother Brain's Rainbow Beams and the BP Metroid's sucking damage.
There we go.
And I'll be in the right position. We see the Samus arm cannon.
And
getting Gravity Suit, and since he did it, he posed before taking it. The pulse is buffered, so we'll be able to re-equip Morphing Ball. Now all you have to go and kill Ridley and then Kraid.
alright. Owl is going to be making his way down to Ridley, and then to Kraid, and we're good. Oh yeah, definitely hats off to Owl for getting that trick.
Who's in the lead starter? I don't know. It's still too far to know who is in the lead. Toasty is just at the end of the game, while CanadianOwl is still in the mid game. So I can't see who is in the lead right there. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Toasty seems like he might have maybe a minute's advantage. I think Owl, if he can make the plays, he can come back.
No, probably. So now will Toasty do the objectively right choice, which is killing the animals? The objectively wrong choice of saving the animals?
Yeah, wait, no, don't save them. I thought you were going the other way. Okay, we're good.
No, the objectively right choice to kill the animals. I hope he kills them. Saving them is just a morally good choice.
Left side spark, huh?
Yeah, Toasty always go for the left side spark. It is known as the Toasty spark.
That's weird. Huh.
Hey! Always go for the swag point, especially in the meme route.
Oh, there we go, Toasty.
And doing the objectively right choice of killing the animals.
Thank goodness. Oh my, what is he doing?
Toasty having some fun.
Wait, no, Toasty!
No, please, no, don't save the animals!
No,
oh no, he's going to...
No.
What a beaver. I'm sure Punks and Blue Passport would be very happy to see that.
Alright, where's the block button? Okay, never mind.
He's
Unblock.
going to Japan us.
Oh my god. If he goes all the way back up and then goes back down, I I swear. He better. Is he doing it?
Oh yes, yes, he's
doing
doing it. You can do it, Toasty. Go on, go. Let's go, my boy. Was a little too far to the
Alright. Doing it again.
Let's go, Toasty. You can do it.
I know we can do it. There we go.
Yes, sir. Nicely done, Toasty.
Awesome.
And we have our winners, Toasty Muffins, doing a really great job, especially getting that multiple Samus escape.
Alright. Obligatory exclamation R. GG to Toasty.
GG indeed.
That
So
was
so now Canadian is in Western the games. We
Alright,
have
let's
2
see.
busts remaining.
Let's see if he can pull off all the 6 strats.
I hope you will pull up those 6 swag strike also. With the timer of Canadian analysis, it is a custom HTML timers. Since Al cannot really use a timers on when streaming because his laptop is just garbage, he is using a custom made one on the internet.
I mean, I do enjoy my timers to be at backwards and upside down 143. Oh man, I'm curious to see how bad it gets with longer runs.
Oh, it can get really bad. Even with short runs, sometimes it can get really, really bad.
Oh goodness.
So now we have a standard Canadian Al fighting. It's a really fight. Pretty standard fight since it will be very similar to All Route.
Toasty, why did you have to do us like that?
Yeah? We really thought you were going to save the animal, Toasty. I was ready to unfollow you.
Leno, Owl sadly had 2 deaths on Dragon, and he soft-locked twice doing bowling skip. Can Owl beat 120? I don't think so. 6.5 minutes to lower North for escape and fight Kraid, all while going through Turian? I don't think so.
I'm not sure, but I think still have a chance to get 120.
I'd say under 125 is a more reasonable estimate.
True, it is more reasonable.
I mean, he's at NA 350. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't even know what time that is.
that timer's it's ridiculous.
Oh boy.
Is it the first time you see that timer's Uban?
No, it's not. It's just it cracks me up every time.
Yeah, me too. Always. So since he has a N in the A, maybe his timer want to say Nani?
That's a bit of a stretch, but it might be possible. Is it saying Nani because Canadian Owl is destroying this run?
Probably.
Or is it because Samus is already dead?
Why not both?
I'd hope it's the former. Alright, now he's making his lower Norfair escape. Wait, now the milliseconds is... Hold.
Look at the seconds all
Oh,
shaking.
no.
They're afraid of this time. The timer is really Nani? Just saying that low elf with the counters, they were like, please don't die.
Oh no.
I can see it's the low on our face. The timer stopped shaking.
Oh man. It definitely was scared of the lower Norfair. Yeah, the timer's fine. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is absolutely normal.
That's your standard timer, guys. Don't worry about it.
You know what would make it even better? If it had Black Timer on top of it.
Nah. Black timers are bad timers.
Excuse me?
In my opinion, I dislike Black timer.
I for one enjoy an occasional Blat.
Not me. Now all will be going to go secret. Will he take the safety tanks? I did see him take really E-tanks. Probably he will go take already safety tanks to go with 61 reserve, but will he go for very safe and will be able to also do stand-up glitch?
Yeah, he's probably going to be doing stand-up glitch.
Probably.
Why is the milliseconds now in
Japanese?
That is, yeah, that's Japanese. Oh my gosh.
Because Nani?
You're not wrong. I'm curious all the different ways this can actually change now. Alright, let's see.
I never saw the Japanese letters on the timers.
Yeah, neither have I. But that quick kill, so good.
Oh yeah, indeed. Now let's see if he will go take crazy tanks.
He will. Alright, looks like stand up is in the future. Oh hey, the A is back right side up.
Officially, I have Q percentage 9/15 square A.
Oh boy.
Just to say the person who make the timers is Punk, also known as on Twitch as Punktus. He want to change his name on Twitch, but he can't for the moment, so he prefers to be named Punk. He is the one that made the timer. And Punk killings, and not Punk. I mean, and Owl killing Punk fish. That's why he's finishing last. He's just an atrocious person. killing the punkfish like that's a serious offense.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of punkfish. See, you can't have a favorite like that. You kill Shacktool, you kill the animals, you have to kill punkfish. It doesn't work like that.
No, I understand it why you don't, because I have also a Gamers, which is the orange gamer in Breakage Ship. You don't kill the animal somebody. You don't. The reason you kill Shack 2 is because Shack 2 is an evil piece of space pirate machinery. That's normal. And the animals because you waste frames. That's why you kill them.
Alright. Yep, the A is gone, but now we're still at N hours. Alright, and now we have Turian.
Yep, and it's just for MST since I know he's in the chat.
Don't even.
Terrain. So Terrain just for you, my MST, just for you.
No. Why? Don't give it to him.
Why? Because why not?
He doesn't deserve it. He needs to finish Fear before he can say it.
You did what?
Yeah.
I didn't understand. You need to finish what?
Fear.
Oh, you need to finish
2032.
You didn't finish that game?
No.
No.
He still has how many years? 14 years?
Go finish that game, MST, and I will say again that word. If you finish it in every commentary, I will only say Terrain instead of Turian for a complete year. If you finish that game, if you don't, we'll never say it again.
All right, and this is a meme category, yes. Wait, now that we're on the topic of hacks, maybe is it time to plug my run?
Probably. You're doing a project base, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I'm doing
a lot of categories.
I'm doing 104%. There is another runner doing 80%, and I have a race with someone else doing 80% space time.
There's not a New Game Plus also?
That already happened last night.
Oh, there we are. I was sleeping then.
I bet it was around this time. So yeah, there's also the Multitroid item randomizer by Lenofist and Metroid MST tomorrow. That looks like it's about it for the Super Metroid content for the rest of the marathon. So make sure to watch. Oh yeah, and then Linkemeister also doing another hack of Super Metroid. Oh, and then RBO race. RBO race is gonna be hype.
Oh yes, it will be a very hype race. In that RBO race, we have Punks, which is top 3 in the RPO. We have Shiny Zenny, which is the world record holders, and we have Slaughters, which is I think top 5 RPO runners. It will be a very hype race. So he's top 6 instead.
It will be great.
Oh, it will be a really great hype race.
Owl almost getting that skip. So close.
Nah. He was not good enough. I'm sorry, Owl. He liked to show off, but nah, I'm kidding. Owl's a good player. He can do the baby skip. It's really a good one.
Yeah.
Taking a safety save before you go into a Valorant fight.
Safety saves.
Pretty useful since you do not have various suits of it. You do not have a lot of energy to get hit by Mother Brains. You might think he has a lot, But since you do not have various suits, you just remove 3 E-tanks, and it is the equivalent of what he has if he had instead various suit without those 3 tanks, which is not a lot.
Alright, nice Zeb skip. Oh boy. Let's see how this goes.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Toasty.
Hey guys.
Oh,
How
hello,
are you?
Toasty.
How's it going?
Going pretty good, and you?
Good. Good, thank you. Just wanted
Congratulations
to,
on your wins.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just want to say thank you guys so much for commentating, and I had the restream up, and Owl did some really awesome tech.
Oh, yeah.
It was really fun to watch. Especially the backdoor gravity is really cool. Which I did last night. Really cool too.
Alright, there we go. Owl getting the setup for stand-up. Easy peasy.
So, Toasty, how did you feel during the entirety of this race?
Pretty good. I was glad that basically didn't die. I only had to reset that one time because I was a dope. So I think that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, when we saw it, we were like, no, Toasty, don't enter.
Yeah, I was like,
one less supers.
yeah, I was like, wait, why do I have so many missiles right now? And I was like, oh, no. It's like, what?
You could have farmed the coop for dragons, but it will take an eternity to get that super drop.
Oh, yeah, I forget those can even drop supers.
They can, but the
Wow.
chance is pretty low. At least iron and power bombs.
What's that timer doing now? Huh.
The timer is doing what timer does.
Okay, I understand.
So I think ours will finish with at least on a time of 128. I 128 or low 129, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So did he go to Gauntlet?
Yes, he did go to Gauntlet. While you did go packs down to take the Metroid and the E-tanks.
Yeah, I figured that E-Tank is a little bit faster to get.
Definitely seems like it.
But
Yeah.
I think the way to go is to Moondance this route.
Indeed, Moondance
if
will
you
be
can-
way
yeah.
faster.
It's just something that I need to sit down and learn. Shiny Zenny's tutorial. But,
Oh yeah, that tutorial is a really great tutorial. I did learn the
Yeah.
Moondance because of Chinese Any.
But yeah, I did see Edu207 beat my time in this by a few minutes, and he skipped the safety E-Tank altogether. He did like a 2 E-Tank, 1 reserve heck run.
Really?
Yeah, and he was in Dragon with like 3 or 4 tanks. Like, he was really he just executed like crazy. So like, it's kind of cool. There's a lot of ways to route this category, which is kind of cool. Like, you can kind of play it. your
Yeah,
own
it's still
style.
a new category, so there's a lot
Yeah.
of things. Oh, and shout out to Zenny with the Zenny Spark on CanadianOwl. And getting a really nice left side Shine Spark. A really nice, I shall say, Toasty Spark.
Oh man, it's a question mark now. We're not gonna figure out what that minute's gonna be.
Beautiful Zenny Spark.
Oh
And
no!
the CanadianOwl's doing the objects of the
No.
ground choice.
Oh.
He just wanted to debate at us.
Oh, did he do it too?
Again!
Wait. Yes! Oh my gosh, respect Owl. Thank
love
you,
to
Al.
get a good spark.
Wait, Owl.
What are you doing, Owl?
What is he doing?
What are you doing?
He really wanted to get that redone shine spark.
Owl!
Wasting that much, friend. You should have saved the ML instead.
No!
And he's staying dead.
Oh my god.
Oh my
What
god.
a man. Owl is a real memer.
How many times can we be debated in 1 minute?
Guys, alright, the timer's counting down.
Do you
Wow.
want Arsenal shakings?
Wow. Alright. I see how it is, Owl.
Oh my gosh.
Making fusion cannon. Oh my gosh.
And it'll be a lot of fun. Don't do a me, Owl. Don't time the escape because you mean too hard. Like I did in the music category tournament.
Owl.
Good game, Owl. Well played. That was I just want to say Owl kind of stepped in last minute and offered to race, and I was really happy. I think races are a lot of fun, so
And GG
very well
Owl.
played. So it was really a lot of fun.
So we
That's
have another race, not race, a run will be about to get. So it is all for us. We have a schedule to do. So thank you everybody, and see you next mission.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Yep, up next we have Super Smash TV. That's gonna be pretty hype. I will see you guys later.